Alright guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. So we got a lot of info to talk about here. This is a little surprising. They dropped quite a few interesting tidbits in here. Like, I'm so serious in this video. So we have a 5-minute video. I mean, this is essentially like a JP producer's letter or something like that. Well, let me see what the actual text is saying. Just updates on the roadmap, latest in-game information. So I'm seeing a lot of differing opinions on a lot of the different stuff that we've got in here. We could talk about it. Of course, we did see kind of like the leaks or the reveal earlier of Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Hirudegarn being the dual Dokkanfests. We could just quickly jump over to that. That does seem pretty exciting to me. I mean, obviously, I'm definitely a big fan of seeing the Dragon Fist animation put into the game. I think is going to be sick. So let's just play through this. We got translations from Goresh. Again, there's some pretty massive things that are in here. We'll talk as each thing comes up here. Alright, y'all should be able to hear it.
皆さんこんばんは。ドラゴンボール Z ドッカンバトルメインプロデューサーのお松です。
There we go.
本日は10月のプロ
Let
デ
me
ュー
make
サ
sure
ー
that
レター
I am
にて
louder than Amatsu here.
10
Okay.
周年
I mean, most of y'all can't even understand what he's saying anyway. Who am I kidding? We'll turn Amatsu down.
ゲーム内最新
a
情
little
報
bit
についてお届けいたします。
Alright.
まずは新しく実装させていただいた機能も含めロードマップのおさらいをさせていただきます。
Roadmap. This is good.
前回紹介させていただ
Okay.
いた
So, we've got a bunch of things here on this roadmap. Now, I mean, if we're being completely fair, a lot of things on here are mostly pointless, right? Like, it's like, okay, like, they're showing like Carnival LRs being introduced. Like, that was like a mad long time ago. Like, I don't like, does that still need to be there? Like, all Dragon Ball games have kind of like implemented this, like this roadmap. I mean, we've seen it with Xenoverse, Legends has done some of these, right? Like, there's a common thing that these Dragon Ball games are all sort of doing now. Probably just games in general anyway. But a lot of this is not really new. The biggest takeaway we could get from this screen right here is the fact that there is no information yet on the global sync, when exactly the sync is taking place. So I think at this point it's a pretty safe assumption that, I mean, not only is the global sync not going to be for anniversary this year, but I mean, it might not be it might be far down the line. I'm still of the opinion that I'd much rather they tell us the sync is coming to build up excitement and to be transparent rather than just like, drop it like way later on. I think it's much better that we know the sync is coming. I mean, people are going to be mad, but I mean, people get mad at everything, man. Like, everyone in every community gets mad at like, it's just how it is, man. I do like that we do know there is a sync coming, but I mean, when it's going to happen, I don't know. I was talking with Nano, I almost kind of, like, I wonder if Dokkan themselves don't know when the sync is right now. Like that's almost kind of what I would take away from this. Now, Amatsu, remember during the Worldwide Download Celebration, he did say that when they had further info, they would let us know. And so far, there's no further info. I think we could just kind of like, talking about the Link skill balls, which are good. The Pixel Fighter is cool, but the one thing I think is a bit of a bummer about the Pixel Fighter is the fact that we can't really like there's been a couple of these now. The other ones, like, if you get one of the Pixel Fighters to level 12, there should be a section on your profile where you could see the Pixel Fighters. Right now, there isn't. Like, like the original Pixel Fighters. Like, we should be able to see those, too. Not just this Kid Gohan one. That's something to talk about there. They're talking about pity right there. Yeah. Alright, so this is one of the big things right here. Yeah, okay. So then we start getting into this. Now we could jump over to Gresh translations here. There's a couple of things. Well, we're going to get to the chain battle part in 1 second, but I mean, Gresh points out that a roadmap that provides absolutely no new information other than content restructuring. That's just talking about the, okay, this is not the one I was looking for. It's this. Okay. So there's now going to be a power level bonus feature implemented that will grant a bonus to the amount of Zenny you get, Dokkan Awakening medals you get, based upon your Dokkan account power level. Power level bonus may also allow you to challenge certain events that have attempt limits more times than normal. So what they're doing is they're trying to get like an incentive for people to, I don't know, like, play the game and then you can play it more. I do think that further shortening the grind to Dokkan Awaken characters is a good thing, right? That's a W. Giving more rewards and resources is a W as well. And then, doing something about attempt limits obviously is very good too. Now, I instantly, a lot of people I saw, like, oh, like, I don't want to link level, talking about link leveling, but a huge thing here, I myself, I mean, again, I feel like I've been very consistent on a lot of these topics, right? I've been saying for months and months and months, I think it's better that they told us about the sync. I've also been saying since they implemented it, there's way too much weight on link levels. It's dumb. It's not a good grasp of how strong your account is, how good your account is. It's just how much can you monotonously grind links. That's not a snapshot of how strong your account is. Legends implemented a power system, like a power level system, which is quite simply how good your box is. Literally, it is a true snapshot of how strong all of your characters are, right? For sure. So I like that Dokkan is now going to adjust things for how power level is calculated. This is another thing, you guys, I've been talking about this for a long time. There's many things they can do to make account power level a much better system for all players. I think things such as getting max SA on a character could give power level, I think is a very good thing, especially if they want to make this more accessible towards all players. Max SA, you get some power level, W. Obviously, we get points right now for the first time clearing a stage, which is fine. For a point for every potential system orb. I feel like that should be doubled. There should probably be more weight on that, I think, if anything. Link levels are fine, like the way they've got it, if they're adding a bunch of other stuff to it as well to calc. But I would almost be okay with them pulling back the amount of points you get from link levels. I'd totally be in favor of that, right? And then, of course, the characters that are Dokkan Awakened give you points. So I think they could get points, for max SA level characters. I think you could get points for every EZA stage you've completed. I think could be really good. Because remember, there are, you could get to stage 999 of all these EZAs. I think if they would give you points for getting far in those EZAs, that would be very fun. That would give me a chance to go do that. I think that would be a great thing Dokkan could add is, letting you go through EZAs to get power level. There's some things, titles could now give power level as well. So all these various things you could do for titles could give you further reason to do it. And then there's actually tangible rewards as well for it. So this seems all good to me. I think from everything we're seeing, besides maybe Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Hirudegarn being exciting, I think that this statement right here, this is one of the best things we're looking at right here. I love this. I love this. Because since day one, there's way too much put on link leveling, I think, for the power level. So making that better for players is just going to be a really, really good thing. So, he's just explaining all that, what we all just talked about. And then we get to this. So Chain Battle is being removed. Chain Battle is being killed. So Chain Battle will be removed after the 39th Chain Battle ends in January. Evil Android 21, she was actually the 38th Chain Battle. So there's going to be one more, maybe against Hirudegarn, maybe against Super Saiyan 3 Goku, maybe against Ultimate Gohan from the movie or something like that. One of those characters, we'll be fighting one of those characters. And they're going to get rid of it. They're just killing Chain Battle completely. The decision was made based on the feedback of many users along in combination with internal developer discussion. They feel that discontinuing the mode and investing the time into other events and content will be a better use of their time and resources. They plan to cover skill orbs and other rewards through other content. If this is really how they think, sure. I can't really fault them for coming to this decision. Obviously, Chain Battle is something that has certainly been very controversial for a very long time. I would say, though, it's something where you could jump into Chain Battle, do one run, and you get God level rewards, right? Like now it's like, people are going to have to play the game a little bit more to get a lot of this stuff. So I do think that is certainly very interesting to see, right? And how we're going to get the skill orbs and stuff like that. Now, I saw a lot of people saying like, oh, it's stupid that they did this shit. They should have gotten rid of World Tournament. Well, I mean, maybe you guys are like not getting the thing that it says feedback of many users. Now, this is where we could begin to talk about this has been a thing for years, but they do seem to listen to the JP players more so than players that are not, in Japan. So we know how serious a lot of Japanese players take the World Tournament. Keep in mind that the fan meetup last year, they were literally determined to win to that through World Tournament participation. So I don't know, maybe they felt like World Tournament should not be removed, but maybe it could be revamped or something. But they're confident that getting rid of Chain Battle is the right decision. I've seen a lot of people celebrating because Chain Battle obviously was bad in many ways. At bare minimum, there should have been major revamps added to the mode. So if they feel like they couldn't really do a good job with that, killing it probably is a good thing. I mean, I would like to reserve full judgment until we see how they're going to divvy all this stuff up. Is there going to be a different type of content? Are these just going to be added to red zone missions? Is it going to be put onto, like Dokkan event? Like where is this going to be? Right. We'll have to take a look at that. So, all right, there's that. I think that actually probably covers most of the super relevant info, right? Just kind of explaining, what that they're getting rid of Chain Battle. Then we just go into these EZAs. Obviously, we are already well aware of the 3 sub-EZA characters, the Future 17, Future 18, the Trunks, as well as Android 13 right there. They put the data in a week early. I was telling people this last week, that the data downloads from next week seem to have been put in a week early, and now they're just kind of like showing this as well. Okay, and then obviously we get to the Dual Dokkan Fest, and then that pretty much covers it. So then finally Dual Dokkan Fest is part of the New Year's celebration. We'll see kind of like animation stuff like that revealed soonish. I believe they are TURs, as Gresh says. New Year's Dual Dokkan Fest Super Saiyan 3 Goku Rudagon from Wrath of Dragon as TURs. Details and animations will be posted on Twitter in the near future. I would assume we're still probably like a week or so away from actually seeing what these characters are like. This is just like 2 years ago. They showed us the SSR Super Saiyan Goku, and they showed us Kid Buu's SSR. Right, we didn't actually see details for a while afterwards. So, let me know what you guys think of all this stuff. Again, Chain Battle, I mean, I had sort of come, onto the side of liking Chain Battle while acknowledging that it needed severe help. Certainly, if either that or World Tournament had to be touched, I would rather World Tournament have been touched, but I think a lot of that probably lies in the fact that the Japanese players are, huge into World Tournament. I, again, will repeat that personally, I think this is the most intriguing thing here. Making power level a better system is a good thing, and I don't mind them adding like this. I mean, this is incentive for people to actually play the game, right? So like, I'm not super opposed to that, but just like do things that are like, I mean, do I use the word accessible for people? Like make it to people where can actually get power level in ways that aren't just like really ass, I would say. Like that's what we would like to see. And Gresh mentions that he does like the idea that they got rid of Chain Battle. Like the decision to remove a bad game mode, sure, right. Again, if they feel that's what's best for the game, I'd rather that they actually, pull the gun on it than just kind of like dilly-dally in no man's land. So there's everything. At the moment, if this Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Rudagon, are they on JP or Global as well? I would say no, but it's not yet confirmed that these characters are JP only. Keep that in mind. I would say it's, Super Trunks is very likely the next banner on Global. Well, Global's going to get the Tanabata banner for Christmas like always, but the next new like Dokkan Fest or LR character will very likely be Super Trunks leading into Omega, and then, Global will kind of move on from there. Eventually, we're going to kind of close in on this Global sync. I imagine at some point, Global is probably going to get a banner with a bunch of new characters on it, is what is going to happen. So, Let me know what you guys think of all of the info here. I might do another video maybe talking about some people's thoughts and stuff like that on this. World Tournament is still up. I'm still grinding this out, so I think maybe just like kind of like seeing how people are taking some of this could be a good video to make as well. So let me know what you guys think, and I'll catch you guys next time.